Welcome, everyone. We're so glad to share this time with you. Get ready to restore your inner warrior.
Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to Raw, Restoring Awesome Warriors. I'm Jackie H, your host, and I have here my co-host, Gail Barron, the judge. How you doing, Gail?
I'm doing well in yourself.
Oh, I'm doing good. Glad to see you back on this side of Pennsylvania. When you get in.
Well, earlier today.
Yeah, I know. You've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how your body feeling?
Besides my legs feeling like they burning, other than that they well.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about, well, you went away on a cruise, a couple's cruise, and how you enjoyed your trip?
It was good. It was
Good.
it
Okay.
was
All right.
good.
Did you get a chance to relax, or was it a working trip?
I
Okay, that
it
means
was
both. Okay.
busy. It was
It was
busy,
busy.
so
Okay. All right.
I didn't
And then you came right back in and headed out to a funeral in Atlanta.
yeah.
And we want to give still praying for our relatives in Atlanta, Georgia, that had lost one of our relatives, and we want to still send a shout out to the family and everybody. Uh, I had a good time. Sometimes I don't know if this how to say this. It seemed like the only time that I get away is either something happening, but it's always good to see family and to travel and then go out. But
Yeah.
I know I gotta do it on another occasion. But it's always seemed like it's funerals for us that we have a family reunion and all in one. So and I'm traveling more, Gail.
I see. I'm proud of you. I
Yeah,
know it's been like for 2 years that you've been working on
yeah,
this fear. And
yeah.
so to say I'm going on a plane again, it
And
was
booked it myself.
yeah, it was very inspiring. So I know that once we start traveling again, I'm not, I don't expect that that fear talk, and I expect you to say, I say let's, and you say go,
That's right. That's right.
because
And
it's 2 hours or an hour and a half versus 13 hours.
yeah, because we was going me and my niece, our niece Monica, we was going to drive. She was willing to drive with me, but that's a big part of conquering fear and getting back out there and just try it again. I
Yeah,
tell anyone,
try it
it
again.
is what it is, but just try it again.
Try it
Step
again.
step forward and just because you're missing out on a lot of things. I've been missing out and it causing other people to miss out who want to
Right,
travel with me
right,
because of it.
right.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. Well, every time I go out, wherever it is, I always come back with a thought process or what I can gather, even to talk on the podcast or just reality and things. And so that's how I come up with my subject tonight. And I know you probably wonder what is I'm going to say because every time I pick something, you be on pins and needles to get of what I'm getting ready to say next. But painting a false picture, I gathered this because I haven't traveled with my niece since they was kids, and at that time I was the adult and she was the child. I'm just making a illustration of a picture. At that time, I told them what to do. If we was in a hotel room, you don't touch that door. You don't go out. You don't do. We had safety. Put the lock on you. They do anything in the room, but we had rules and regulations because they was children.
Right.
Well, this time around, I stayed in the room with an adult. She's the same child, but she's over 35.
Yeah.
So she was able to go out the door, do what she wanted. Ah, it wasn't no telling her what to do. It was a mutual respect, but she's grown.
Yeah.
So the picture can change. Same two people, but she's older.
Right.
And I had to respect that. That she could do what she went out and whatever she gonna do, she did it. So sometimes the picture people paint or what you see is not always. Now, if I told somebody I went away with my niece, they could have thought it was somebody small. So when you don't tell the full story of something,
Yeah.
people can paint a picture. So you know how on I notice on social media and stuff, people post a lot of pictures of whatever their event is. But have you ever talked to someone who posted pictures and their pictures don't match up what they told you?
That's
I
that's
Go ahead.
that's like with flyers
Yes.
in this AI,
AI's period. Yeah.
and it can seem so convincing, and you be caught because of the advertisement, but then
Right.
you get disappointed because I'm a firm believer, don't advertise what you cannot deliver.
So I
And
cook, right? And they have these pictures where it's a whole lot of that food be looking good in the picture. And could you imagine somebody giving you a flyer but they can't cook?
yeah.
It's false. It's,
Right.
it's it looks good, but could you present or could you duplicate what you're showing?
Deliver.
Deliver.
Deliver
So
what you
I saw a lot of
advertising.
yeah. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit tonight. Of what are you presenting that you can't deliver, and people will want what they see
Right.
from your advertisement or from what they think. So I remember hearing people. I'm going to talk personal tonight, so just get ready for me. Telling me they wanted my marriage. They saw me how me and my um, late husband used to act. But Gil, do you know I used to know how to change up in front of people? This is my truth. Joyce Meyer said her and her husband used to argue all the way to the door, the church door. She's a well-known TV evangelist, Joyce Meyer. And she said she would argue or fuss and fight all the way up to the door. And when they get out, they say, "Praise the Lord. How you doing?" And people wanted what they saw outside the car, not in the car. And she said when they return, they start back over. So the false picture, you paint a false picture, and somebody will want what you have or think that you have. And it's because they might walk up on you being unreal. So the picture, do you testify to the truth sometimes? Like we talk to people because that's our ministry of I know I do a lot of talking with marriage people. I talk with we go to the shelter. And I see why God or Jesus said you're overcome by your testimony. You can't paint the picture of the end result. In order for somebody to know how to navigate through whatever it is, you have to expose, you have to tell the truth, you have to tell the real day to day things that you go through. It's not that you can't have the end result, but that's not the picture.
There's a work for that result. And remember, before these latest cameras and things, when we used to take pictures, we had one camera on our phones. We actually had a camera,
Yeah.
but the pictures was developed in the dark. That's where you got the negatives from. So we do each other and others a disjustice when we don't tell the truth. Nothing happens just like that. It's a work behind the scene. There's a process. It could take years, but you walk into somebody's life on in their 39th year. You know nothing of 20 through 25 or whatever. It was some hard stuff.
Yeah.
So in order, again, painting the false picture, no, tell the truth. Tell your story, because people are misled, um have a false understanding, because it just doesn't work that way.
I remember telling you coming up in life, I used to be fascinated by the story of Joseph, one of the patriarchs in the Bible. And every time I heard a sermon on it, it was always talking about the palace, that he cleaned himself up and he made it to. They go real fast over the life, but they got to the palace, and that was the highlight of the service or the sermon. But what I was always drawn to was the pit. When his even before the pit, his brothers was jealous of him, telling his stories and his dreams and stuff. It was a lot happened before he got to the palace. He was in jail for over 2 years. Passed by. Uh, the butler forgot him. The baker, everybody forgot him. That's that's the road. That's the journey. What made it so great at the end was all he went through. So when you're telling people about life, you can't start at the palace. They just want the palace look or the palace work. But what got you there is sometimes is what you see at the end. And I remember even I can go as far as looking at you know me and you are blood sisters. We went through a lot together. I know you know my story and I know your story. I know your husband today that used to be your boyfriend. Well, when people see your life today and talking, I remember the process. I remember what we went through. So it would do people a disservice for you not to tell your testimony. Because what they're looking at today, that's not what we did. And he would have a same testimony too, that where the Lord brought him today, that's not how we started. So I don't know why this was so forceful on me to talk about painting a false picture. We was posting a lot on Facebook and stuff, and how we enjoyed ourselves from it, and we didn't tell people about us running through that airport. That Atlanta airport was something else. Getting on that train and trying to keep up with each other. Well, a lot of people ain't gonna tell that, oh, I just want to go on a trip. Well, let me tell you, when you go through Atlanta airport, this is what you're gonna go through. It's not a bad thing, it's just preparing people along the way. So I'm big on the journey. You can have an expected end, but what did it take? So when someone is looking at different stuff, They don't even know um, what it costs. It's a cost to what you see sometimes. And if you keep on painting a false picture and giving people hope off of the end result, I think you're not doing people you're doing people a disservice to not tell the whole truth and nothing but the
Tell the
truth. So
truth.
help you God.
Yeah, and I'm reminded of when I was working at this company, and the receptionist, she was not computer literate. Uh, it was at a property management company. She wasn't computer literate and nothing of that sort, but she knew the residents. She started before me. So what me and her did, I used her strength, what she was good at, and we balanced each other's. But others looking on, they saw a well oiled or well ran machine. They didn't know behind the scenes that she couldn't type. She wasn't computer literate at all. And so they decided to promote me out. And when they promoted me out, they were then the real thing came up. I it, I wasn't painting a false picture. I counted it as working together. I did not know the harm that I was putting her in. I never thought that I would not be there. And so when they moved me and they saw her, that she could not be um, a help or asset to the next manager, she lost her job.
Wow.
So I made it. I said to myself, I will never do that again. Um, Used to paint in the picture. Mine wasn't intentional, but it was a false picture painted because when I was removed, then they saw her,
Wow.
and and with a fast pace, she could not. But she was instrumental to me.
Yeah. So
But the next, so
you took her strength to know the building
right,
and the people, and
right,
you helped her with the work. But for the next person,
right,
it didn't work like that.
it didn't work.
Yeah. So
It didn't.
somebody would say, I want that secretary or I want that girl, not
Right,
knowing that it was a team effort.
right,
Wow.
right.
So that's I saw a lot of that while I was away of the picture looked good, but you don't know the ins and out of nobody if you don't have relationship.
Right.
So that's another key point for me, even in being a Christian, you have to have a relationship even with God, because after a while exposure or things drop and you as a person is disappointed because people or we put up a narrative that is not there and is not real. So people go by what they see and then they're disappointed because what they
It's
thought.
just
Go ahead.
no. I'm saying it's just like Jesus in that fig tree from a distance. It looked good because it was leaves on it. So when you think leaves is on something, then fruit should be there. And he was hungry. But when he got up on it and saw that it was nothing there, he cursed it. So again, advertising what you cannot deliver in this AI, it's really doing injustice.
Well,
Because when
let me
you
show
go
you
look,
let me show you something, right? So you know I'm behind. I look like I'm in the office. It's backgrounds that you can put up for where you at. I'm gonna show you the real picture of where I'm sitting at. Okay. All
okay,
right. To for everybody can see. I don't have no shame because everybody does it. This is what we do now. So this is what I'm sitting in front of for real. So I had to put this up because the picture that's behind it is me, right? I'm behind the picture. It's a nice wall, a picture. But I had to put this up because coming through the picture that I'm on, you'll see that picture through it. So this is what AI this is how we live our life. We put things in front of the realness. This is the shell. That's what your life should be. But because of we can put things to make it look different, this is what we get. So somebody will see this and be interested off of a picture. That's how your life goes. People see different things in your life. Um, you see a flyer about somebody selling dinners. I'm just being honest. And cause you hungry and because that advertising look good, you order. You look at someone having um we came up with we if you know the person you already know what they came to so you know it was a flyer you but somebody don't know the truth
right, right.
and they going off on that. That's all they know. So when we even when we went into the studio, there's things when you don't have pitch, when you can't really sing. They have people now making a total album that a auto tune or something can fix. So then when you hear the person live, you're like, is that the same? Is that the same person that I just bought the CD? So if you don't tell your real truth, or if the truth is never
Right.
exposed, you don't know what you're getting. And this is how everything goes because the middle, the journey is not told. Your testimony is not told. The realness is not told. So people is going off or whatever they see you as, that's it. So
Right.
I'm saying today that it's imperative to have the truth conversation. Have a true conversation. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you got to go out and just spill it, but sometimes people have hope on you and you as an impersonator.
Yeah. I thought about the 12th chapter of Romans. It talks about let love be without dissimulation. And so I wanted to know, and it ties into what you're talking about. Because when I looked it up, it say dissimulation means the act of hiding your real thoughts,
Wow.
feelings, or character behind a false appearance. It
Wow.
means pretending to be happy when you're sad, or hiding your true plans from other people. That's that falseness, that picture, false appearance. We camouflage, we disguise, we put up no basketball to have a saying of pump. What's it just slipped my mind. But when you fake like you're about to shoot, but you don't.
Wow.
So we got the Bible says it will fool the very elect if it was possible. And there's a lot of people, it sounds good, then what? Because when you go look for the fruit or look for whatever you're expecting, it's not there because of that picture.
Yeah. It's important. I just saw that it's important to live your life in truth because you never know who's watching you,
Yeah.
and they're thinking that they can do it because you're doing it, and they're thinking what you're living is real. And sometimes when people sit down and have like me and my niece sit down, and when I had to talk, you she told me, she said, you make things seem so easy. Well, I've always been that person that I never display even what I feel. And sometimes you need to tell people, I feel this way, or whatever that is, because people just think I'm happy go lucky all the time. It's I just learned how to carry my pain. I know how to carry whatever that is. So sometime in having that true conversation, I'm one, I would tell you. I didn't know you was looking at me like that to gather that, but I seen where they thought I was strong or nothing bothered me. But I'm glad that we was able to spend time to have the real conversation. Yes, I go through what anybody else goes through, and sometimes worse. But I was able to say, this is how you can walk it
Yeah.
without being false about it. I don't have to fall apart, but yes, I have issues. I have fears. I have whatever that is. She said she told me she never knew I had fear in talking. Now I thought everybody knew that. You know, yeah. But because of what you do, and you the strength to someone else, and they don't even know you're struggling. So I was glad to have the conversation of, yes, but I keep putting one foot in front of the other. I had to do this to stand in the mirror and talk to myself and do. Sometimes tell your testimony
Yeah.
and stop putting up all these false pictures. That's not. Sometimes you know those pictures are false. You it's and sometimes that pride that make you want to display something else too. So we got two different types of people. Some people know they not, and then some people, you know, it's not real, but you put up the false narrative, but you don't know who you're hurting by doing that. It's okay if your relationship is not good. I'm not saying you have to display it, but sometimes in talking to people, let them know this is what we had to work out. This is what we had to do to get to this point. But yeah, that's where it's coming from for me. Painting a false picture. I wasn't calling myself painting a false picture. Allen Iverson said he didn't ask to be nobody role model. They were trying to tell him the position that he was in. A lot of young people and people was looking up to him. He said, I came here to play basketball. I didn't come here to be nobody role model. But sometimes the office and the role that you have to play in life, it comes not that you ask for it, but you have to change your mind a little bit to think, who's watching me? Who am I affecting? Who's looking at me for me to be a help to them? Because even though you didn't ask for it, but somebody's always watching. Especially as Christians, you should always think like that. You are the spokesperson for God. You are the representative of
Or the only Bible that people want to
that somebody
read.
will read.
They won't. Some people don't pick up the Bible. They'll read you. And so,
Living epistle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes you don't ask for it. You minding your own business. Other people can think you are a mentor, and
Yeah.
some people want to be, but then some people don't want to be. They just want to live their life,
Yeah.
mind their business. And
Mhm.
it's to each his own. It's your perspective to what you, because leaders know leaders. You're born a leader. You know when you got that role or position. Some people just do it, but they don't acclaim to the position. I
Okay.
didn't ask for this, and
Right.
by I'm in the limelight, you putting that pressure on me. No,
Yeah.
no.
let me interject something. I don't know if it's on the same subject, but I was thinking about roles, position, titles that we can all have. Like you are a sister, you're a wife, you're a mother. You can have different roles. You didn't ask to be a sister. You did you did get married to be a wife, right? Um, you had kids, so mother that's going to be a title. There's some titles you don't ask for. There's some titles you're given or whatever, however that be. So when I was in the military, so as I stayed longer, say like I was 30 years old. So you have someone that come in and they 21, but they're a captain, right? It's the role, it's the title. But I'm 30, dog. They 21. The picture was that you have to respect and honor the role, the position that they have. But they still have to respect that you're grown. Even as a parent, your child has to listen to you, but you should have enough as a human being that you do respect.
Yeah.
You respect the child. There is no position or office that nobody carries that you disrespect human race, if I could put it like that. And because I'm up under you, I'm still grown. I don't know if I'm making sense to what I'm saying. Like
You make
I stay
sense.
with my niece. I'm I really can be her grandmother, and that's how old I am. She respect me for who I am, but I had to respect her for who she's grown too now. So that's teachers, preachers, uh, sponsor, whoever you is. You 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 can't treat me like a child.
No.
You have to respect my age or whatever you want to call it. There's still something that you just can't talk to people any I couldn't talk to her any kind of way. Not that I did, but there's some people because they have authority or whatever it is. No, we can.
It's mutual respect. Like,
Yeah,
I have three children, 36, 38, and 40.
right.
Yes, I'm their mother, but they're grown. I can't command, I can't demand them to do it. I can make suggestions, I can share, you know, my opinions, but I don't have that same role of authoritative anymore. When they were younger, yeah, but they are grown now. So we
Yeah.
talk as grown people, and I can make suggestions from my level, giving wisdom, giving strategy, but I cannot. Two of my children have kids,
Yeah.
so
So they can
not
respect you.
yeah.
There's a respect as a mother or a father, but that bossing people around like you
Yeah,
still you can't you gotta
they got households. They run their own households. I
right.
don't pay their bills. They take care. So I don't have that role. I won't always be their mother, but that level of
Yeah.
what I had when they were kids and they were under me, I don't have that no more. So I got the respect.
So I find sometimes when people go on their jobs, even have a supervisor, whatever, it's respect, but you don't treat me like I'm a kid or
Well, a lot of
it's
times why that happens, because I had a boss like that ruled with an iron fist. But the ruling with an iron fist became because you did not know the job and you trying to be over me. That's one thing that can cause the disrespect. You're younger, yeah, you grown, but you don't know enough. So it'll
Wow.
take one that is humble to respect the role, but it's kind of hard.
So
That's another voice.
that's painting a false picture that you don't know your job. So you rule like that?
Yeah, I've had several that do me. So that's not, I don't go with titles no more because I respected the title and I thought you should know because you carried the title. But then when it wound up, you didn't know. But those are the ones that rule with an iron fist, with control. Because if you know what you're doing, you all right. It's easy to have collaboration. It's easy to have conversation. It's easy for us to swap information. But when you don't want me to know that you don't know,
Wow.
then other things come into place.
Okay. Well, you probably wonder how I got all this out of the weekend trip. And it's just conversation. We talk, we say we're not experts on nothing, but I've been through enough to know that that middle part, that process, that journey is important. Is important. You can't just arrive. You can't just want something that you see as this picture perfect without me telling you the truth of
Right.
how it really is. And I think it's very, very important for anybody that's in leadership. I don't care if you're a parent, you're a sponsor, you a teacher, pastor, whatever role of leadership, you really need to know the importance of the journey of the person that you're um, leading, guiding, that we won't get the wrong picture. Uh, and truth, a lot of people don't like telling the truth, um, but there gonna come a time that exposure time will come when the truth is not told. Somebody gonna see the real deal,
Yeah.
maybe at a wrong time. And sometimes that's what's devastating to a lot of people. They see that exposure that was already always there, but you hid it or didn't tell the truth about it. So it's imperative to sometimes tell your real testimony. Tell the truth to whatever it is. So whoever is you're leading, whoever you are sponsoring, that they know it's not just like that. But they can have it, but it's work.
Yeah.
And it'll help them. It will. It will. Have some deep conversation. And if you have relationship with people, you should be able to tell your story. And
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Honesty, we don't find too many that want to be honest. Tell the truth, not about somebody else, about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Tell your truth. I can't do this. I don't feel this way. Whatever it may be, you own it. Tell it.
Yeah.
Because somebody looking on or observing will think you got it all together. No, tell. A lot of people don't want to tell that they have weaknesses because they feel somebody is going to think another way about them. Man,
So that's pride.
it's pride. It's pride.
You feel less. You don't want to feel less than, or like you got it all together. But that's just life.
It is,
Everybody
but
goes through life.
it is. It is. But some
There's nobody
people,
got a perfect life.
and that's the truth. And so it
So let's
constantly have to be talked about in order for people to know you may be experiencing something today. It may make my day tomorrow. Life got a way of throwing you curveballs, and nobody is exempt.
yeah.
Everybody don't know everything. That's why you have one another. That's why you have teams. You got it's no I in team, and we're independent, we're interdependent, all those things. Is we always often say about children, it takes a village. Well, grown folks still need a village too,
Yeah.
that you can be honest with and
I
grow.
you, well, you like I said, you know me more than most people. I've always been that person that I always wanted. I think to a fault. I wanted to tell the honest truth of anything. So I just remember in my marriage, and y'all used to tell me, don't say all that stuff. Don't say that. Don't say, And my thing was, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm going through. And I got it what they were saying, but why do I have to hide the truth if it's not just gossip or just talking? I was struggling. I was really struggling with a lot of things, and I believed in g- not harboring nothing. Talk about it. Let's get some help. But I noticed that a lot of people they would rather paint a picture than okay. It's not like you just go around talking about things that's bad. That's not what I'm saying. But in a real close conversation or someone that you supposed to have relationship with, if me and you are sisters or if I have a friend or something, you should have someone that you can tell the truth to. Because harboring all that and hiding, that's sickness. It brings on more than just being embarrassed. It's covering up, it's it's no help. I don't see what the help is in it. And that's just who I've
You
always
teaching
been.
people to lie.
Yeah. Like let me put this picture up as if everything is going well. And I know it's not, and it's costing me headaches, anxiety. People go through energy. Just you'd be surprised some of this sickness is not even they can't find it because it's stress,
Right.
and it comes from painting a false picture about something that you don't want to be truthful about. I'm not going to put up a picture of me and you at the swimming pool, and I know we arguing every day. That's just me. Now, if somebody else choose to do that, I'm not telling them what to do. But if I'm coming to you to tell you my truth, I'm saying it for a reason. Help me out a little bit. I get it that you don't want to make everything look bad, but those bad days is what makes the good days.
They do. They do.
It helps somebody to overcome. So for me, lying and making like everything is always well, no. So when my niece said that to me, she said, you don't I don't know what that meant when she said you don't wear it. You don't look like so I was trying to see is I'm painting a false picture or I just know how to cover whatever I'm going through well.
I think you just know how to go through. Mommy was like that. You would never thought that she had bad days. She wore it well. And we know that life brings stuff, but some people just not saying they paint a false picture. That was just her life. She didn't talk about bad things. That
But
was her.
if you sat down and asked her, she'd tell you the truth though.
She'll tell you. But
Yeah.
someone looking on, that's
Yeah.
good or bad.
Yeah.
They can look at you and judge you by your demeanor or whatever. But you won't know a person until you get involved with them and sit down and let them ask the question instead of assuming. And find out what makes a person tick.
Okay.
Find out, learn about them instead
Let's
of just
go back to
assuming,
having the
judging,
relationship.
and late right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to
Because
share.
you can almost guarantee there is a story behind everything. But do you want to know the story? People have done uh, of giving me stuff, even if it's employees, and I say I don't want. I don't want that person to travel with me. And the response was, you didn't say that. I said, you didn't ask me either. You just assumed. I work with people according to where they're at. Like one of my buildings was one building, 108 units. You were okay for that. I was going to scattered sites. You didn't have the capacity to do the scattered sites. I didn't want to take you with me. You didn't tell me you didn't want him. You didn't ask me. You just assumed it was given him to me. He would not have worked where I was going. He worked where I was at. He did fine because he didn't have nothing to do but clean. It was a transitional house. It didn't take much to be a janitor. You go to scattered places where it calls for repairs. You had no repair skill. I don't need you over there.
Yeah. So the picture is painted that you are more than a janitor, and then you would have failed at the
Right.
next site because that's all you can do. But the picture
Right.
looked like you just. And I have had people that actually would carry around a screwdriver and had a tool bag on, looking
Ask
the part.
questions.
Yeah.
Ask
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
Seek,
Yeah.
ask questions
Yeah.
instead of just assuming. Ask.
So this is the question I'm gonna ask before we get off of here. What picture are you painting?
What picture am I painting? I'm not painting no picture. I can't afford to.
So everything that I see is who you are. There's no false picture.
If you talk about my background picture, that's one thing, but everything
No,
else,
no, no, no. I'm just asking a question in general. You
yeah,
don't mind being exposed.
no.
You tell the true testimony.
Hmm.
Testimony. Okay. You want to ask me?
Don't ask me no questions if you don't
If
want
you
the
don't want to
truth.
know.
Yeah, because I won't tell you any lies.
Okay. All right. All right. I. Are you asking me the same question?
What?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here.
I can't can't
Um,
can't afford.
I paint pictures all over the place, and it's due to discernment of knowing if people really want the truth or not. And I think that's bad. I have to, like, there's people tell me that you could tell me the truth. You ever had somebody tell you, they tell you that you could tell me the truth, just be honest with me, and then you tell them they mad, or or they really wasn't expecting the truth, but they tell you you can tell me, be honest with me, tell you the truth. So sometimes I would hold back because I know people. I don't know if they don't want the truth or they're not ready for it, and sometimes that can be more damaging sometimes. And being truthful, like if somebody asks me what, especially with y'all girls and my nieces and them, they ask me what you think about, say if they have a boyfriend, I'm just using this as a this just an example, tell me what you think. And I don't know what this, I don't know if they really want you to to say that, or it's just a question. Because then if you start saying something, it's like, but you asked me. So sometimes when people say, "Do you want to know my truth, or you want? Could you tell me the truth?" I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of skeptical of what do that mean, because I have had people to tell me hard truth, and Gail, I
All
didn't
my
want to hear
life.
it. Yeah,
All
I
my
should say
life.
so. And I mean, sometimes I was crying, mad, and all that, but after a while, you grow up to and thank them.
Right.
Thank you for
Right.
telling me the truth. That
Right.
you didn't paint a picture to make me think something else. But a lot of people tell you that, yeah, you can tell me the truth, be honest with me, what you think. And I'm like, oh, I just said one little other thing and you got mad about. I don't know if you want the real truth, but
I
that's a
don't
decision.
volunteer any information,
No, I don't. Yeah,
but
no, no.
no, I'm saying,
But
but
I've
if you
had people
ask
come to
me,
me and ask me,
right,
like, I need Aunt Jackie or Miss Jackie. I need you to tell me the truth about something. And sometimes I don't know what that is. It just a statement, or did you really mean it? But if you ask someone for the truth and they give it to you, you got to swallow it and take it. And if you ask for it, now somebody saw volunteer stuff that you didn't ask for. That's something totally different. And I don't volunteer no more because I thought that was helpful. Sometimes I see stuff and you just want to help people, but if they didn't ask you for help, so maybe that's something you just leave it alone. But I don't know how you see someone going in the wrong direction and you just let them go and fall in the hole. Because I didn't want that to happen to me, and people have let me do that. So I said I wasn't going to do nobody else like that, but that I had to take that back because some people don't want the truth, and
again,
it's
it depends on relationship to
yes,
whether you see them going toward that hole and say something like, if it was you, because of our relationship, I wouldn't wait till you ask me something. I would tell you because of
walk
the
up on me
relationship.
light, sis. Walk up on me light. Walk, now,
But
walk.
everybody, because they turn
Yeah.
around and get mad at you, so that's
Yeah.
why I don't volunteer. If you want to know, I'll tell you. But
Okay.
it's whether you want to know or not. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave you all with this for tonight. Painting a false picture. How did that look to you? And if you want help, do you really mean it when you ask someone to be honest with you? If you say, I want your honest opinion about something, I want you to help me out. Do you really mean that? And when the person tell you their honest opinion, even if it's what you don't believe, are you willing to accept it because you ask? Uh, tell the true testimony of whatever you're going through. Don't hide it because someone is counting on that journey part, that process part to get through. And if you giving them all the highlights, everything that's good, everything after you done came through everything else, you just want to tell them about the palace. Step back and tell me about the pit. Tell me about the 2 years that you spent in jail. Tell me about the 2 years that whatever that is, so it don't look make me feel like I'm doing something wrong because I'm trying to get your picture, but you never told me about the process. And maybe my process is normal. Maybe everything I'm going through is what I should be going through. But because you never told me about your process or made me feel like you ever had a problem, I'm thinking that something's wrong with me because it don't look like what I'm looking at. So that process, Gail, is important. The journey. The Bible says you're overcome by the testimony. And your testimony is not the palace.
No.
It's all that stuff that you don't want to talk about and don't want to tell. And I'm not saying you got to go spewing it out in the street and doing like that. But if somebody is asking you about how you got to where you are, tell them the journey.
Yeah.
Don't start up there. So I know your journey, Gail. So when I'm hearing you telling your testimony and you see me looking at you, that means go to the testimony. Don't tell me about all the happiness. Tell me about tell them kids, tell them people the testimony that you went through and how you got to why you can travel like you travel today. All right, with your husband. All right, I had to get back on you. All right, glad to have you back, sis. You've been missing for 3 weeks, but glad to have you back. I let you leave. I let you end it and say whatever you got to say.
I got one saying that I've been constantly saying here lately because I've experienced it. I got tired of bleeding. I got tired of hurting. I've had some powerful older women in my life that gave me wisdom. And I know that we need to get back here for the younger generation. Tell them to avoid some of these pitfalls. But my saying is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Will appear.
Is it going to be an honest teacher?
No, I'm saying because whoever it is, you got to be ready for the change
Yeah,
because it's all about you.
yeah.
And some people want to hold on to whatever it is and still want the difference. Einstein said to keep doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result is lunacy. So when the student is ready, you can't keep on this merry-go-round. So when you get tired, like I did, you got to come to yourself. Tired of hurting, tired of bleeding, tired of just going through stuff that you don't necessarily have to. When you are ready, when you come to that place, the end of yourself, the teacher will appear.
And find someone that you can trust or you have faith in, that you have a relationship, because some things is hard to talk about. Some things we understand, been there, done that. And sometimes you can get a hold to the wrong person to want to be ready, but it be sometimes it's not your girlfriends that is with you. You know, sometimes all of us in the same boat and we trying to help each other out. You know, that's just comfort.
Yeah,
You need to talk to somebody that can really
swapping
bring you,
stories.
swapping stories. You know, you need somebody that's going to bring you out, and it's good to keep swapping stories. But if you want a healing and true healing,
Right,
it's not. I'm telling you, Aunt
right,
Jackie's telling you, Miss Jackie's telling you, Sister Jack, whatever you want to call me, telling you, it's not easy
right,
at all, but it's possible
right,
and it's doable.
right.
Cry whatever you
Attainable.
got to do. I'm telling you that it's not easy. The journey is not easy. But if
Yeah,
you want to be successful and you want to be delivered, it's worth it. And
right.
that's all I can say. All right? Well, Gail, it's good to see you again. And as we always say, ending our podcast. Next week we're gonna do some more truth. I think we're gonna do more of let's talk about our testimony some, so people don't think that what they see is now. And I got this from dealing with my niece, like I said, painting a false picture, because I wasn't trying to paint a false picture. But if you really want to know some of my stories, I'm willing to testify. Expose your time, whatever that, because you have to expose yourself sometimes to help
Yeah,
others. And if you not equipped for this, if you're not, uh, you got to have some balls for this. You have to have
yeah,
some to tell some of these stories. And I'm not ashamed. I'm really not ashamed, because if it saves someone else's life or helps someone else, I put my hands up. Yeah. All right. Well, as we always say, love God,
God,
love
love
family,
family,
work
work
hard,
hard,
and be
and be
kind.
kind.
And until next time, we'll see you, and tell the truth. Stop painting all these false pictures. If you see a picture of me up in a swimming pool and a dog stand next to me and a cat on the other side, that's false advertisement, because I'm scared of water and I'm scared of dogs. Okay? All right. Talk to you later. See you, Gail. All right.
All right.